Let's talk about Trump's approval rating. In the midst of the indictment of former Trump campaign manager and chairman Paul Manafort and his associate Rick Gates, and the indictment and guilty plea of George Papadopoulos, Donald Trump's approval rating has hit another presidency low. And those numbers, that data doesn't yet even account for the indictments. And we'll talk about whether the indictments will impact Trump's approval rating. So first and foremost, let's start with the NBC Washington Wall Street Journal poll. In that poll, Donald Trump's approval rating is down to 38%. Now, why is that relevant? Well, it's relevant because in that NBC News Wall Street Journal poll, Trump has never had a 38% approval. That is a poll low for the NBC Wall Street Journal poll. But you might say to me, well, hold on a second, David. 38% isn't that low. And anyway, what if I don't care about the NBC Wall Street Journal poll? There are other polls. I'm glad you asked. Let's go to Old Faithful, the Gallup approval poll, the gold standard of presidential approval based on a 3-day rolling average, and they've been doing it for decades. It's been something like 40 years. Trump has hit another new low there. Trump has hit a record low for his presidency. Look at that cliff. Looks ugly, very ugly, of 33%. His previous low, and if you go back and look, I don't remember if it was in late August or where exactly the 34% showed up on the Gallup approval poll. Now 33% approval for Donald Trump, a presidency low. Here's something interesting. We now are getting into uncharted territory, uncharted lows for Trump compared to other presidents. Let's put up on the screen how long it took other presidents in their presidencies to reach a low of 33% approval. And you'll notice that Ronald Reagan never had an approval rating as low as 33%. Bill Clinton never had an approval rating as low as 33%. Barack Obama never had a 33% approval rating. George H.W. Bush took over 1,200 days before he hit 33%. And George W. Bush, who dealt with 9/11, took 1,933 days to ever see a 33% approval rating. I do not believe that the indictments are going to impact Donald Trump's approval in any significant way. They are still, for now, the Trump team is doing a good enough job of convincing the people that still support them that these indictments don't yet implicate Donald Trump. Remember, if you're not in the 33% or 35% that approves of the job Trump is doing, you already disapprove, and so the indictments aren't going to make a difference. If you still are in the 33 or 35 or 37% that approve of the job that Donald Trump is doing, I think that you at some level are so ideologically committed and are experiencing such cognitive dissonance when it comes to Trump that for now, you're not going to be impacted by these indictments. And by the way, we're also at the point where Trump's stupid statement that time about I could shoot people on Fifth Avenue and people would still support me. I think that unless Trump does actually shoot someone on Fifth Avenue or video is released of Trump raping someone, right? Like something completely undeniable and depraved and completely heinous. I think that the 33%, which might be the number that support Donald Trump at this point, at least according to Gallup, I don't know that anything is going to change their mind at this point because really it should be zero, right? I mean, I've had some interesting conversations. I was recently in Arizona and Las Vegas over the last month, and there are way more Trumpists there than here in Boston, Massachusetts. And I had different Trumpists talk to me, and I would say to them, what has Trump done that you really like? In other words, what do you see as the policies or actions that Trump has taken that are good for you? And it's a combination of totally horrific and depraved and absolutely unintelligible. For example, someone said to me, I really like what he's done with the economy. What exactly has he done? Well, we've had this stock market run up. Yeah, we have. It's unclear how much it has to do with Donald Trump, and we also appear to be in a major bubble. But what about something else? He's done these crony capitalist deals with companies like Carrier. He's proposed a huge deficit exploding tax plan. So if you still support Donald Trump, explain to me exactly, call in during live calls, call in, say, David, I am a Trump supporter, and I want to tell you what he has done to gain my approval. I would love to hear from some of these people because I've never heard a good defense of what exactly is Trump doing that is an actual accomplishment that you think warrants or has earned your approval. You can also discuss it with us on our Reddit discussion forum at davidpakman.com/REDDIT. The video you just finished watching was made possible by you through the membership program. You can sign up for membership at davidpakman.com/membership. We are viewer-supported independent media. You can use the coupon code IVoted17 for a 40% discount off of your membership.